The National Electrical Code, or NEC, does not specifically mention listing requirements for cables and conductors in open bottom outdoor junction boxes. Furthermore, the National Electrical Code doesn't define the term open bottom outdoor junction box. However, according to Section 314.29 of the National Electrical Code, conductors in outdoor locations must be listed for use in wet locations unless the NEC permits otherwise. Section 310.10 of the NEC also states that conductors for use in wet locations must be listed as such. Now, regarding PVC junction boxes, if a PVC junction box that is listed for wet locations is installed in a wet location, the inside of the box is also considered a wet location. This is because the box isn't sealed perfectly and moisture can enter the box from the surrounding environment. Again, Section 314.29 of the NEC requires that conductors in wet locations be listed for use in wet locations. Therefore, wire connectors or wire nuts in the junction box should be listed for wet locations. To reiterate the requirements, firstly, conductors in outdoor locations must be listed for use in wet locations unless otherwise permitted by the NEC. Secondly, conductors for use in wet locations must be listed as such. Thirdly, if a PVC junction box listed for wet locations is installed in a wet location, the inside is also considered a wet location. Fourthly, conductors in wet locations must be listed for use in wet locations. This means that any wire connectors used inside the junction box must also be listed for wet locations. Now let's delve deeper into the specific sections of the National Electrical Code to better understand these requirements. Section 314.29, titled Boxes, Conduit Bodies, and Handhole Enclosures to be accessible, focuses on ensuring that these components are readily accessible without damaging the building finish or structure. While this section doesn't directly address wet locations, it reinforces the importance of proper installation and maintenance of electrical enclosures. Section 310.10, titled Uses Permitted, outlines the acceptable applications for conductors based on their insulation type and environmental conditions. This section is crucial for selecting the correct type of conductor for wet locations, ensuring its ability to withstand moisture and prevent electrical hazard. The NEC provides tables that categorize different types of conductor insulation and their suitability for various environments. These tables, such as Table 310.10, A, list the allowable ampacities of insulated conductors rated up to 2000 volts based on factors like conductor material, insulation type, and ambient temperature. In wet locations, conductors with insulation types like THWN, THW, XHHW, or RHW are commonly used due to their moisture resistance. However, it's important to consult the specific conductor listing in the NEC tables to ensure proper selection and application. Furthermore, the NEC addresses the use of direct burial cables, which are designed for underground installation without the need for conduit. These cables have a robust outer jacket that protects the conductors from moisture, chemicals, and physical damage. When using direct burial cables in open-bottom outdoor junction boxes, it's crucial to ensure that the cable is listed for direct burial and that the installation complies with the NEC requirements for burial depth and protection from physical damage. In addition to the conductor listing and the NEC requirements, it's essential to consider the environmental conditions at the installation site. Factors like temperature, humidity, and exposure to chemicals can affect the performance and lifespan of conductors and enclosures. For example, in areas with high humidity or frequent rainfall, it's crucial to use enclosures and conductors that are specifically designed to withstand moisture and prevent corrosion. Similarly, in areas with extreme temperatures, it's important to select conductors with insulation that can maintain its integrity over a wide temperature range. To further clarify the requirements for wet locations, let's consider some specific examples. Firstly, imagine an outdoor junction box installed near a swimming pool. This location is considered a wet location due to the presence of splashing water and high humidity. In this case, all conductors and wire connectors inside the junction box must be listed for wet locations. Secondly, consider an underground junction box that is subject to flooding or moisture accumulation. This location is also considered a wet location, and the same requirements apply. Thirdly, think about a junction box installed in a car wash or other environment where it's exposed to direct water spray. This is another example of a wet location where wet-rated components are essential. In addition to the requirements for conductors and wire connectors, the NEC also addresses the installation of enclosures in wet locations. Section 314.15, titled Damp or Wet Locations, specifies that enclosures installed in damp or wet locations must be designed and installed to prevent water from entering or accumulating inside the enclosure. This can be achieved through the use of weatherproof enclosures, ceiling fittings, and proper drainage. When selecting enclosures for wet locations, it's important to choose enclosures that are specifically listed for this purpose. These enclosures are typically made of non-corrosive materials like PVC or fiberglass and have features like gaskets and seals to prevent water ingress. Furthermore, the NEC requires that enclosures be installed in a manner that prevents water from accumulating inside. This can be achieved by mounting the enclosure in a vertical position using a drip shield or providing a drainage hole at the bottom of the enclosure. The selection of wire connectors for wet locations is also crucial for ensuring a safe and reliable electrical connection. Standard wire connectors are not designed to withstand moisture and can corrode over time, leading to electrical failures. Wet-rated wire connectors, on the other hand, are specifically designed to prevent moisture from entering the connection and causing corrosion. These connectors typically have a sealant or gel that fills the void between the wires and the connector body, preventing moisture ingress. When installing wet-rated wire connectors, it's important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully to ensure a proper seal. This may involve stripping the wires to the correct length, inserting them fully into the connector, and tightening the connector to the specified torque. In addition to the NEC requirements, it's also important to consider local codes and regulations. Some jurisdictions may have additional requirements for electrical installations in wet locations, such as requiring the use of specific types of enclosures or conductors. It's always a good idea to consult with the local electrical inspector to ensure that the installation complies with all applicable codes and regulations. Furthermore, regular inspection and maintenance of electrical installations in wet locations is essential for preventing electrical hazards. Over time, enclosures and conductors can deteriorate due to exposure to moisture, chemicals, and physical damage. Regular inspections can help identify potential problems before they lead to electrical failures. During inspections, look for signs of corrosion, water damage, and loose connections. If any problems are found, they should be repaired promptly by a qualified electrician. The NEC also addresses the use of ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, in wet locations. GFCIs are designed to protect people from electrical shock by detecting ground faults and interrupting the circuit. Section 210.8 of the NEC requires GFCI protection for receptacles installed in certain wet locations such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. When installing GFCIs, it's important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully to ensure proper operation. GFCIs should also be tested regularly to verify that they are functioning correctly. In addition to GFCIs, arc fault circuit interrupters, or SIs, are also used to protect against electrical fires. SIs detect arc faults, which are dangerous electrical discharges that can ignite nearby combustible materials. While SIs are not specifically required in wet locations, they can provide an additional layer of protection against electrical fires. When selecting electrical equipment for wet locations, it's important to choose equipment that is listed for the intended use. Electrical equipment that is listed by a nationally recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories or Intertek, has been tested and certified to meet safety standards. Using listed equipment helps ensure that the installation is safe and reliable. It's also important to use the correct wiring methods for wet locations. The NEC specifies different wiring methods that are suitable for various environments, including wet locations. For example, electrical metallic tubing, or EMT, is a rigid metal conduit that is commonly used in commercial and industrial applications. EMT is not suitable for direct burial in wet locations, but it can be used in wet locations if it's installed with watertight fittings and supports. Another common wiring method is rigid polyvinyl chloride conduit, or PVC. PVC conduit is a non-metallic conduit that is resistant to moisture and chemicals. PVC conduit is suitable for direct burial in wet locations, but it must be installed in accordance with NEC requirements for burial depth and support. When installing wiring in wet locations, it's important to avoid creating traps where water can accumulate. Water trapped can corrode conductors and enclosures, leading to electrical failures. To prevent water traps, install wiring in a manner that allows water to drain away from the equipment. It's also important to seal any openings in enclosures or conduits to prevent water from entering. In summary, the installation of electrical equipment in wet locations requires careful consideration of the NEC requirements, local codes, and environmental conditions. Using wet-rated components, proper wiring methods, and regular inspections can help ensure a safe and reliable electrical installation. Remember to always consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical work, especially in wet locations. The information provided here is for educational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice.